Hey everyone, good morning. It's morning here, late morning here in southern Israel. The British Prime Minister is here right now. President Biden was here yesterday, and no matter what you think of anybody's politics, it is so encouraging for the people of Israel to have world leaders standing with us. We're not used to this. Normally everybody's telling us to not overreact, but in the light of the atrocities that were carried out on October 7th, these world leaders are standing with Israel. They're starting to understand what we go through. But I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to give you an update regarding the bulletproof vest issue. You guys have been just unbelievably, people sending me links from all over the world. You can get them here, you can get them there. It is a crisis here in Israel that I don't know how many thousands of our soldiers don't have bulletproof vests, but I'm hearing from people every single day. But the issue is complicated. Let me just go back to the beginning several days ago when a mother came up to me and was basically begging me, my son is going into battle. He doesn't have a vest. What can you do? And she thought she knew of a way to get them in the country. We just needed money. So we started raising funds. People gave. And then we began to hear on the news that the Israeli army was not allowing any outside donations bring in bulletproof vests. Probably for two reasons. Number one, tremendous embarrassment that our army is not equipped, but they're not. I mean, it is a busha, an embarrassment that private citizens like me and so many others are raising funds for helmets, raising funds for knee pads, for sleeping bags. We just delivered a bunch yesterday. Military grade backpacks. We delivered a bunch of them yesterday. It's just shocking. They don't have the knives that they need that go with the vest. I don't understand it. Nobody's explained it to me, but that's number one. There's embarrassment, but then there's also the issue of there are a million types of bulletproof vests, not a million. I'm exaggerating. I don't know, 10, 15, 20, 30. And so whatever comes into the country, it has to be vetted by the IDF. I understand that. They don't want junk bulletproof vest coming into the country being worn by our soldiers. And I don't think that we would send anybody into actual battle without one. But it still is a crisis. So everybody is scampering, is that the right word, to solve this issue. I have a friend that I think they've raised $1 million to try and get vests in. And there's a fellow on an airplane and his plane got diverted to an Asian country, and they were supposed to be here today or yesterday, and hopefully they'll get here by the weekend or next week. Through a source that I can't tell you about. It's some Indiana Jones type guy. I've been told that he is bringing me personally 40 bulletproof vests, and that's what we promised. We promised 20 to this mother. That would be for her son and for her son's unit. And I hope this guy shows up. I don't know how he's going to get in contact with me, but he's one of those guys that just gets things done from what I'm told. So I'm waiting. Here's the good news for our donors that I don't know if those vests are going to be up to snuff, if they're going to be usable, if they're going to be, I don't know anything, but it's not costing us anything. None of your donations have gone through that. We are still looking to partner with folks that can get the right bulletproof vest to our soldiers. In addition to giving, please pray, because Israel is famous, for two things: our incredible fighting force, our well-trained army, and our unbelievable bureaucracy and red tape. So while I know that the young men that I'm seeing every day, that we are dancing with, that we are working with to get them the supplies, and I know that they're well-trained, and they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful young men and women who you just see no fear, and also you see no anger. You don't see a spirit of revenge. They're just doing their job, and they're proud. They're honored to serve Israel. And let me just say this. A month ago, I had no idea that Ilan and I would be in this position right here. We're not even from the South. We've lived in Tel Aviv for 20 years. We moved into the South 6 months ago, had no idea any of this was going to happen. And we're just so honored that we're in this position. There's somebody just emailed me today and said, I can't believe you went home. Where else would we go? And that's the grace of God, because I'm not a particularly brave person. But look at this country. Look at this country. I love this country. This is the country of milk and honey. This is absolutely where we want to be. It's absolutely where God has given us grace to be. And we're honored that the Lord would use us here. We're honored that you are partnering with us, that you're responding. It means so much. So I want to ask you to pray that this bureaucracy would be broken through, that there would be clarity. I heard the other day, after the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, says they weren't letting outside donations bring them in. Now they're saying, from what I understand, everything changes. Everything changes every 10 minutes. But from what I understand, they are now allowing, as long as that they're vetted, vests. So I just want to be clear. We are doing everything we can to get those vests to legally to soldiers, but we're doing more than that. Let me just say this. I understand when somebody emails me and they say, hey, we would like our donation to go to the vest, or we want our nations to go to those who can't go back to their home, or I get that, I understand that, but please don't do that to me. All that does is it creates bureaucracy for us. What we are doing is we are giving money out as quickly as we give it. And if we have to go through every little detail, that just slows down helping people. I get it. Nobody wants to pay for administration. Nobody wants to pay, for everything outside of the exact need. But the truth is, if you don't cover the other stuff, you have no organization and you can't help anybody. So when somebody writes me and says, we're going to do our best, because we are getting vests. We are trying to get vests. We're getting other things I can't even talk about. I don't want to talk about, but things that will save lives, things that could save a soldier's life on the battleground, on the battlefield. So please keep giving. Go to, what is our website? IsraelInCrisis.com. And I just want to say, I don't want anyone to feel pressure. We're not trying to pressure. That is not what we're about. God is providing unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. And at the same time, every day there are more needs. Every day I'm getting emails, phone calls. And I also want to tell you this. We don't just send out money. I got an email earlier. Somebody in America got a screenshot from somebody who wants, I can't remember what they wanted, but they're asking, can you help this person? And the answer is no. If I don't know who the person is, if I don't know who the organization is, if I can't feel it and touch it, we're not just going to throw away money. We're doing this in the right way. I don't want to give out any details geographically, but we are on the ground with soldiers. So when we buy sleeping bags, when we buy the things I can't talk about, when we buy these military-grade backpacks, we are putting it in the hands of the leaders of the units. And we are watching the young men in uniform carry them out. You've seen the videos. Sadly, there are scammers out there. And that's why we are being very, very careful. We are doing everything we can to work with local amutot, and amuta in Hebrew is what we call a nonprofit in America. We're vetting them. The ones that we've been working with in the just about 10 miles south of here, Sha'ar Negev, that community was decimated on October 7th. We are working with the kibbutz, Sapir, which is near the Dead Sea, where they've received 2,500 evacuees. So we are working with them through their legal nonprofit. And we've seen what they're doing. We've seen the clothes, we've seen the people, we've seen the food. We know that it's real. So you can trust that when you send your donation, we're not working with scammers. If anybody sends me a screenshot of something, I just ignore it. I keep going. I don't even have time, because there's just not enough time to waste to vet something that's not vettable. When we have so many opportunities to work with Israelis on the ground, people that we know, people that we're getting to know, we've met so many unbelievable people. In fact, one of the families that we've worked with, I'll give you their first names, Ehud and Cecilia, over in another moshav where you saw us dancing the other night with the soldiers. He is just such a sweet guy. We have an interview from him. We haven't posted yet. And then I see him yesterday, and he's got a machine gun, and he's wearing green. And he's like my age, a little bit younger probably. And he said, I got called up. I got called up. So it's just crazy, everything but we're meeting unbelievable people. And in the South listen, I love Tel Aviv. If you're listening, Tel Aviv, I love you. You know that my heart is with you. But the South is really the people of the land. You know, Tel Aviv is more like New York City. The South is the people of the land. And, you know, they work the land. We're just so honored to be here. We love them. So I wanted to make this video, and it's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, just to let you know that the bulletproof vest issue is real. It's complicated. We are not giving up. We want to make sure, as much as we can, we're not a huge organization. I thank God that there are other believing organizations out there that are raising a lot more money than us. Jewish organizations in America that are raising millions of dollars for this need. I was just responding to the plea of a mother who is terrified that her son is going to go into battle without a vest. Again, I don't think we would send anybody into battle that way, but I was responding to her plea, and we're doing whatever we can. God bless you all. We love you. Keep praying. Go to israelincrisis.com. Let your voice be heard. That's about it for today. Love you guys. Shalom.